our next topic of the Supreme Court feature. We are reading the feature of the Supreme Court. So next feature of the Supreme Court is independence and impartiality of Supreme Court. Okay, now the concept of independence is given under the section 50 of the Constitution. Independence, we consider independence in a broader sense, and impartiality is the inner part of the independence. Okay, now we will read about the differences between these two terminology. Independence and impartiality are most crucial concept for any court. The two concepts are separate and distinct. दोनों अलग अलग हैं. Here, impartiality refers to the state of mind, attitude of the courts or tribunal in the relation to issues the parties in particular case. है ना? Impartiality means इस पर्टिकुलर केस से रिलेटेड पर्सन का स्टेट ऑफ माइंड मीन्स इफ़ यू आर फाइलिंग द केस फॉर ड्यूरी केस, ओके, तो यू विल गो टू द ड्यूरी प्रोहिबिशन एक्ट एंड द मैटर गोज टू द दैट डिपार्टमेंट विच डील्स विद द ड्यूरी मैटर्स ना. तो ड्यूरी के मैटर्स वही कोर्ट हेल्ड करेगा जहाँ पे वो इशू रिलेटेड होगा और वही कोर्ट उसको हियरिंग करेगा. वाइल इंडिपेंडेंस रिफर्स टू द स्टेट ऑफ माइंड एंड एटीट्यूड बट ऑल्सो द स्टेटस एंड रिलेशनशिप टू द अदर, particularly to the executive branch of government, that rest of objectives, conditions or guarantees. In short, I will explain you these two topics. Like independence is a broader sense, impartiality is the inner part of independence. मीन्स उसके अंदर के एक्टर्स का क्या रोल है. मीन्स इंडिपेंडेंस ऑफ जुडिशरी आपने दिए ईच ब्रांच ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट, एग्जीक्यूटिव को दिए, जुडिशरी को दिए, लेजिस्लेचर को दिए. इम्पार्शलिटी उसके अंदर के एक्टर जो रोल प्ले कर रहे हैं, लाइक आप कोर्ट में जा रहे हो तो दैट जुडिशरी विल हैव नो इंडिपेंडेंस पावर. अब उसके अंदर कोर्ट के अंदर भी सम जजेस वर देयर हु इज़ फॉर द सिविल केसेस, सम जजेस वर देयर फॉर क्रिमिनल केसेस. तो पर्टिकुलरली उसको एक्टर का इशू ऑफ मैटर कहाँ जाएगा, तो दैट इज़ इम्पार्शलिटी. मीन्स उसके अंदर भी डिवीजन है. Now we refers to some factors contribute to the judicial impartiality and independence, thus help to pure and efficient administration of justice between them. है ना. तो अब इसके दोनों के बीच में हम differences देखेंगे. Like individual and the states. These two are between the two individuals. Though the limit of judicial review and the independence of judiciary were main issue addressed to the Constituent Assembly, other substantive questions were also raised during the debates. Now, this two terminology will be discussed by individually in the debate of the Constituent Assembly. है ना. In that, the issues arises like whether our system will be federal or not, whether should it have original or applicant jurisdiction in the variety of cases, civil or criminal, whether the Supreme Court have questions whether of India has been a dual government or not. So these questions were also raised in the debates to define independence and impartiality of judges. Now, as we already know that India is a parliamentary democracy and we are following a federal system. Remember, we are following a federal system where state and central both are participating. So the Constitution of India has not provided for us. We has already understood that the Constitution has adopted a federal form of system. Federal system means all the rules and regulations which are there will be followed by both the central government and the state government. So the Constitution of India has provided a dual system of court. ठीक है, but the Constitution of India does not provide, has not provided dual system. फेडरल सिस्टम तो है जहाँ पे आपको यूनिटरी और यूनियन एंड स्टेट बोथ आर कवर अंडर द फेडरल गवर्नमेंट. लेकिन आपको कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है वो डुअल सिस्टम ऑफ कोर्ट नहीं अपनाता, लाइक सेंट्रल के लिए अलग कोर्ट और स्टेट के लिए अलग कोर्ट. नो, इट हैज़ अ सिंगल इंटीग्रेटेड सिस्टम ऑफ कोर्ट एज द यूनियन एज वेल एज अ स्टेट. As our Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the architect of Indian Constitution, was perhaps the greatest proponent in the Constituent Assembly, says that we are adopting a one single integrated judiciary system which are capable for both civil, criminal and constitutional law matter. Okay, so like the Supreme Court are there, so they will hear all type of cases, civil, criminal and the constitutional matter. Thus, India has a unified judicial system. At the most, Supreme Court is apex court for the country level. High Court below the Supreme Court, High Court is there, and below the High Court, subordinate court is there. So the Supreme Court is the supreme authority or interpreter of the Constitution, is regarded as a guardian of the fundamental right. क्योंकि कोई fundamental right का abolition होता है तो you can directly go to the Supreme Court or the High Court. Okay. So the Supreme Court also maintaining the uniformity of law throughout the country. Country बड़ा है तो means union और state both level में ये वर्क करेगा. तो आपके क्वेश्चन क्लियर हुआ कि आपका जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है वो कंफाइंड फेडरल इशू करता है, लेकिन आपका जो जुरिडिक्शन है, कोर्ट सिस्टम है, दैट विल नॉट अडॉप्ट अ ड्यूअल सिस्टम, दैट विल बी हैविंग अ सिंगल इंटीग्रेटेड सिस्टम. क्लियर. नाउ ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है इंडिपेंडेंस of judiciary is clearly says in many sections of many articles of the constitution, like constitution ensure that judiciary independent है, किसी का भी किसी पे dependent नहीं है. Like some provisions are there in the constitution which shows that the independence of judiciary are there. First one subscribing to oath and affirmation, oath लेता है तब उसमें शो किया है. Providing the tenure of the judges to be removed except by the process of impeachment. Judges will be removed only by the process of impeachment. That will be given in the Constitution articles. Retirement of the Supreme Court age is 65 and the High Court age is 62. That is there. Nextly, allowances, springs, annulments to be constituted funds उनको salaries दी जाएंगी. That will be there. Fifth one, the power to punish or for their contempt. And the sixth one, not being the subject to the discussion on the floor of the legislature of their conduct in judicial matter. Means legislature में अगर कोई भी matter judiciary ने discuss किया है तो it will not be discussed anymore in the legislature body. means लोकसभा राज्यसभा में उसका discussion नहीं होगा. So these are the some provisions which ensures that independence of judiciary will be there declared by the B.R. Ambedkar in the Constituent Assembly. So these are the some provision. A question may become that what provisions are there in the Constitution which shows that the independence of judiciary are there. So there are number of provisions, 6 provisions. Next also there will be some more provision which shows that judiciary will be independence in the Constitution, like regarding the appointment of the judges. Like judges appointment are those person can be appointed as Supreme Court. Now, who will be appointed as a Supreme Court judge? Who are the citizen? Qualification of Supreme Court judges are given. Who are the citizen of the India? Being a judge of the High Court or 2 subsequent court, at least 5 year का उसका tenure होना चाहिए as a judge in the High Court. Then he can be capable for appointed as a Supreme Court judge. He must be an advocate in High Court or subordinate court at least 10 year. Means और लिखा है ना, means इनमें से कोई भी qualification होगी तो that person can be liable to become a judge of the Supreme Court. Or is dismissed jurist in the opinion of the president. Lastly, अगर president को लगता है कि ये बंदा बनेगा judge तो he can be appointed as a Supreme Court judge. However, the appointment of the Supreme Court has been made from the sitting judge of the Chief Justice of High Court. कौन appointment करता है? By the Chief Justice of the High Court. Sitting judges जो भी High Court के होंगे वो appointment को hire कराते हैं. ठीक है, permission देते हैं. As Dr. B.R. Ambedkar said in the Constituent Assembly, it was intention of the former create judiciary and to give its ample independence. So आपके जो मेकर थे उन्होंने कहा कि सबसे ज़्यादा पावर अपने ample power given to the independence of the judiciary. So judiciary though it's collision, so judiciary becomes a most important part in the Constitution. So the appointment of the judges will be done by the collegium method. This will I explain you in the 12th class. Collegium method. Nextly, it was given that a collegium method will be enjoyed by to the appointment of the judges. Means बहुत सारे लोगों को permission चाहिए. Then the judges can be appointed in the Supreme Court and the High Court. So it has been reported that the government of India has initiated various measures to introduce reform in the judiciary. It was proposed to enact a new law, the Judges Standard and Accountability Act, which seeks to introduce greater accountability in the judiciary. अगर judges body को independence power दिया है, so one act is also needed which decide that what is the standard of the judges and to whom the judges if goes wrong to whom he will be accountable. So that act is Judges Standard and Accountable Act, which was also introduced in the Assembly. Okay, clear? Now this will clear out that independence of judiciary is clearly shown in the various provision of the Constitution.